Verse 37 of chapter 7. In the last day, that great day of the feast, Hashanah Rabbah, which is the 8th day, Yeshua stood up and cried, saying, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink, and out of his belly will flow rivers of living water. This is the end of the water oblation. This is, everyone is gathered on the Temple Mount. This is the final thing. He has gone up in secret during the feast. He can only reveal himself once he's up on the Temple Mount because they want to kill him. They're looking for a way to take him. They're looking for a way to kill him. And in the silent, at that moment, when the high priest is pouring the water across the altar, and he shouts with a loud voice in the silence, if any man thirst, let him come unto me and drink, and out of his belly will flow rivers of living water. And then in parentheses it is added, but this spake he of the Spirit, which they that believe on him should receive, for the Holy Spirit was not yet given, because that Yeshua was not yet glorified. And the people, therefore, when they heard him say this, they said, of a truth, this is the prophet. This is the prophet that Moses told us about, the one that we must hear and obey. Another said, will a prophet come out of Galilee? And they were divided. Well, there will be no division this time. Hashanah Rabbah, the last great day, the latter rain outpouring of the Spirit, and it will transpire where the early rain, on Pentecost, not in an upper room, but on the Temple Mount where everyone is supposed to be. This is where 144,000 are sealed and then sent. And just as Yeshua, on that day, at the end of the feast, how he sent out 70 disciples to go out 2 by 2. Why? Because at the Feast of Tabernacles, that is when we sacrifice 70 bulls, a certain number each day to reach the end in which 70 bulls have been sacrificed, which represents the provision for the nations. Israel is the provision for the nations. They are the priests. They are the prophets to the world. This was their job, to get the message out to the world. And Yeshua sends 70 out, but that's not what happened. That is not what's going to happen in the last days. It's 12,000 from each of the tribes of Israel, 144,000 with a double portion of the Spirit, with the seal of God their forehead, and nobody can touch them. They are sent forth, and the nations come in. For the first 3.5 years, the nations of the world will go under the thumb of the Novus Ordo Seclorum, the New World Order. But what will happen? What will happen for Israel? They will be brought back into the land. They will take all the land from the Euphrates to the Nile. First 3.5 years will be abundant. It will be a wedding celebration. Those that come in from the nations will be put on and embraced as a bride in the land. But that's not the end. Because the last 3.5 are going to be very tough. So tough that Yeshua typifies one time period as 7 thunders that are so horrendous that even though John was told to write down everything that he heard, as soon as he starts writing down what these 7 thunders are, which is at the 6th trumpet and just before the last trumpet is sounded, when he is told to write it down, at this point he said, stop, don't write it down. Because Yeshua doesn't want his servants to know how desperate it's going to be. But his grace is sufficient, and he wants us to know something that is so sweet. Even though going through this is going to make us sick to our stomach, yet the taste is so sweet that we're almost home. Because when the 7th angel sounds, that is when the mystery of God will be executed. That is the last trump. The mortal will put on immortality. The corrupted, dead in the grave, will put on incorruption. And that is the harpazo, the gathering together. And we are taken to the sea of fire and glass. Ladies and gentlemen, shalom, peace. And I will see you on the sea of fire and glass when the smoke clears.